Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the, so told me it was the X6, the Black Hawk edition, with in total more than 3000 games in combination with a 6.5 inch LCD display. Okay, so this thing has the option to expand your memory, connect with your television, and it's going to be hand-to-hand combat with double rocker control and video support. But that's the question, what am I actually going to get with this? Because that is the question, especially when it comes to the emulation performance. 6.5 inch high clear, and this is the thing, like sometimes you're getting like an IPS screen or like an LCD with quite a good display or a good view angle. Sometimes like a freaking nightmare. Over here, like, we're going to get a sport mode, mostly like 8-bit, 16-bit and MAME games. Funny they say over here like extra or etc. But the thing is, like with this etc, like sometimes you can boot a PlayStation 1 game but it doesn't run at all. 24 languages, then to put a sticker over it, but this thing has 8 GB. We can expand the memory within 64 GB, and yeah, like actually like only 64, and above that it will not work at all. So then we're going to get TV out with AV out. Yeah, it's going to be like a mixed bag. Oh man, seriously, do we still going to get the crappy camera? So let's take a close look at the inside. So inside we're going to get the handheld itself, and of course they keep using the switch colors. So it's kind of interesting that they keep doing that over and over again. And yep, we're going to get the shitty camera over here, but let's take a close look at this device later. I can already see it, the toilet paper manual, or this is more like the tiny edition. Let's see, we're going to see like overview of all of the information. So it's a very tiny lettering, oh boy. And overall, like, so quick explanation how it works, and of course, crappy freaking headphones and an USB 1 cable. Yep, they're still doing it. Doggy ruins ASMR mode. Oh, silence, Doggy! ASMR time! But okay guys, let's talk about the handheld itself. So what are we going to get? So first of all, the first thing I'm noticing, we're going to get an actually normal D-pad. Like, that is like a freaking miracle, man. Like with the previous model, I always get like the 4 buttons and it ruined the gameplay in total. So in the left side we're going to get the minus button, the slider joystick, and then we're going to get the normal D-pad. And over here we're going to get the escape. Like if you find a game really annoying, you can press the escape and go back to the main menu. So at the right side we're going to get the plus button over here, A, B, X, Y. Then we're going to get the same slider joystick. And the weird thing is we're not going to use it anyway, simply because this thing doesn't even run PlayStation 1. Then we're going to get it, select and start over here. And here you can see, I didn't lie, it's indeed the X16. X16, so... But let's take a close look at the top. So here we're going to get some interesting features. We're going to get 2 USB connections. So this means you can use this thing like a game system. Hook it up with the AV out, hook up 2 controllers, and of course we can use it like a game system. The slider for the on and off. Then we're going to get a reset over here, and we're going to get 2 sets of shoulder buttons from each side. So it's quite interesting. Like when you're holding them, it's like this one doesn't even work. Like quality control my ass. It's stuck, so we need to open it up. But that's just what it is with the controls. At the back, I'm guessing we're going to get 1 speaker. That is what happens most of the time. I already mentioned the crappy camera. And that's it, folks. So let's turn it on and let's see what we're going to get. Okay guys, so I'm powering on. I must say that the display itself, it's not super bad. I have seen my share of shitty displays, but this thing, it didn't lie. It's quite bright. So that's a very positive thing. By the way, I have no idea what's going on with this weird intro. I've never seen it before. Okay guys, so let's talk about the menu. What are we going to get with this? We're going to get the quick, let's say, boot ups, like the shortcuts. But this time they didn't have like the shitty games that like when get corrupted, you can't do anything with the shortcuts. No, this time we're going to get like the different kind of games we can play. MAME, Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Classics, what that's supposed to be. Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Game Boy Color, and it seems to be having others. Let me guess, when I'm pressing the others, there is no file, but normally it gets into the menu where we can choose like browse through the folders itself. Over here, movie, music, ebook, tools, and settings. So let's take a close look at settings, because that can be interesting. Okay, the first thing I'm noticing that they changed some things out. So first of all, the layout is completely different with this. Okay, we're having here the output. Here we can change out the way, if you want to use TV out, you need to change it out. Over here, you have the brightness control, contrast and evens and saturation. It's quite interesting, this option. I have never seen it before on these cheap handhelds. Background, photo, movie, explore, sort mode, by name. And here we're having the system change the language. It's set automatically to English. And over here we're having some things like the key tune can be changed. Let's choose it over here. Let's turn it off. Yep. Oh, please turn it off. Much better. System information. Over here we can see like the size of what's inside left. So free we're having only like 830 megabytes and the software version. But the software version doesn't say anything to me, like there is no indication if it is like software. They also like misspelled it. It's like software version. Yeah, and typo. That is something that happens all the freaking time with those guys. Okay, the first thing I'm noticing is like it's quite comfortable. So what you can see over there is that we're going to get some different shapes. So I must say that it feels quite comfortable when holding it in my hand. The D-pad is not in a perfect position, so I need to cramp up my hand. That's just something that you need to take into consideration. Of course, depending how big your hands are. But overall, like the D-pad, it feels quite nice. It feels kind of sturdy. And also, what I did improve, like when you're looking in the menu itself, it works very, let's put it this way, it works very fast. With previous models, we also had like a couple of seconds delay in the menu, and we don't have this issue. So let's play some games and let's check it out, man. Do we have even a quick load, quick save function? Because that's also the question of today. So when we're in a game itself and you're pressing the escape button, it will bring you to the special menu. With the special menu, we only have the options to quick load and quick save. It's a little bit of a bummer in my opinion. With previous model we had the option to change out express ratio, because when you're going to go back now, it's going to be like widescreen. And if you don't like this, there is no way of changing it out so far I know. The sound itself is not bad at all. Okay, I don't know what happened there. All the sound effects are there. Yep. And I'm almost killing myself in this freaking game. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes! Oh! Okay, so let's take a close look at the Super Famicom part. And I can already say, like, it will sound like really bad. And let's take something you really need to get used to. Oh boy. So I was surprised that you're still using the same emulators over and over again. Navigating through the game with the D-pad is quite challenging too. Like, it's very sturdy and it's super sensitive. You can see it over here. Oof. I must say that I am not really pleased about the D-pad itself now. Next up, the main part. And they completely messed it up. Seriously, like, look at it. The emulation is like messed up. Like, the audio is not like it should be. It's horrible. You can hear like the speed of the game is not like it should be. So let's go inside, and you can just hear with this soundtrack that it will go turbo mode. But with the Game Boy Advance, it's the same story. Like, everything I play on this thing, it's quite choppy. You can hear like the music is stuttering, stuff like that. And also the bottom mapping is not like it should be. Like, there is no way of firing up my power up. So while holding it in my hand, I find it quite heavy. And that is correct, because it weighs 277 grams. And it's quite heavy, because normally like these cheap handhelds go around 150. Alright, so let's do a quick teardown. I just wanted to see what is in the inside. And most of the time you need to remove the 4 screws and we're going to break the seal. And then I need to pop it open because most of these handhelds are like click together in combination with a couple of screws. And there goes my warranty. No, it doesn't. Wait. Ah. Alright. Let's get my toolkit from AliExpress. Yep, I basically buy everything on AliExpress nowadays, but let's crack it open. It goes fairly easy with this version. Yeah, Wicked, you just close it again. Brainfart. Don't forget to check out the second channel, the Wicked Brainfart channel. Okay, let's be very gentle. It's very flimsy plastic, so you always need to be double checking and be very careful. Okay, so the inside is quite interesting in my opinion, because when you're opening it up, oh damn, you don't have any space left. Like, okay, we need to do it like that. So the first thing is they are using, damn it, they are using again one freaking speaker. And see, that is what I really hate about it, because there is a way of basically adding a second speaker, or better said, there is in the mold an option for this. So the construction wise is quite interesting, and the reason I'm saying this, so first of all we're going to get the PCB here at the right, and they are like all 3 separate PCB, and when looking at different models I've reviewed, most time they're going to get one big gigantic one. Okay, so the camera itself has been stolen over here. Like, they just need to leave it out and basically a couple of dollars like cheaper, because this thing is pointless. Another thing I find interesting, like there is an SD card in here, so it seems to be like you can swap it out, and it would be great if you can like basically hack these things and just get some better software on it. Over here, like the left and the right joystick are both having like the joystick or the joystick itself sold into it, but the PCBs itself are also separate and connected by ribbon cables over here. And the ribbon cable and the construction, like this is the main board, but the LCD is connected over here with the right joystick PCB. It's quite interesting construction, never seen it before. The LCD they are using is not bad at all, to be honest. I was surprised. Okay, so at the top we're going to get only one freaking speaker. They're still doing it. I don't know why that is, like, give me a second speaker and just forget about the crappy camera. We're going to get a whooping 6000 milliamp lithium battery inside. It's quite interesting because this battery, like normally we're not going to get a big battery like 2000 milliamp or something like that. So it's a big improvement and also gives like more weight to this handheld. But overall, this is what you're going to get, and I see there is no option for even installing a second speaker. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't. You remember at the beginning of this video I told you about the non-working shoulder button, and the reason why, because it's clearly in defect. Here you can see like the micro switch is broken. The only thing I can do is like get myself a new micro switch and just swap it out. Oh man. But one thing is just a fact, like these stickers that they put on, it's just bullshit, simply because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The freaking micro switch is just broken, so that makes this device like a broken product, and they just sold to me like this. And that's what I noticed with a lot of these cheap devices. I'm just going to warn you up front, like this happens sometimes when you're getting a device like this and you're paying like maybe $20, $30, $40 for a cheap handheld, but the quality control is like really horrible. They shouldn't like sell something like that. You can, when you test it out, when you're holding it in your hand, you can feel like the freaking button doesn't work. So, and they eventually just sold it to me. Okay guys, so what do I think of it? So first of all, the display itself, it's okay. It's not an IPS, but for the money, you're paying a lot of money for this, it's okay. But the D-pad, we're going to get a good D-pad, or better said, like the form factor is good, but it plays really horrible, like it's too sensitive. The joystick are both just, when I say pointless, the left one can be used in games, the right one, not at all. Like these map always like these. It's such a weird thing, they mapped it software magically with the AVXY, so pointless. And overall, I like that they have volume control, but when you're looking at the quality, and it's overall like, it's just rubbish. Bad emulation, it's a really crappy product, I'm not happy with it. I do like the form factor and the way how it feels. That is just a fact, but they messed it up with the emulation, again, with the new model, a new part. In the chapter of crappy handhelds from AliExpress. Yep. But okay guys, I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that bell, become one of the Wicked family, and stay up to date about crappy products and also like cool products I review here on the channel. And it will be great to have you here in the Wicked family. See you in the next video.